You don't wait for delivery person before, something where you pay for. You can't wait for the delivery person, can't they call the number, they no can't they pick for some time. Your head go first scatter. You can't be like say they don't scam you. You get the mood where you go there at that moment. You know go there, everywhere go blur. Now imagine people will lose their loved one, not even just loved one. Children will go school. About 100 of students, about 100 student pupils. Now they kidnap, now they go kidnap for one St. Mary's primary school and the secondary school in the north. About 100 of them. Now imagine when you pay for delivery and they use delivery. Now something where you feel imagine if it happen to you. I don't want you say you lose your loved one. Imagine say you pay, I want use commonest thing, the most commonest thing, like delivery. You paid 20K, may they deliver something to you. So many people they come online, come cry, say they scam them because they scam them. They paid for something, they scam them, they no get the delivery. Now imagine when you there for house as a parent. They wait for your pikin wey comot go school, make it come back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the night, he never return. Then you can't tune. You the next thing where you go here be say they kidnap some people for the same school where your pikin go. The first thing will go come your head, God make my pikin no day inside. But you don't wait, you no come back. Imagine the mood where you go there. That now waiting some parents they go through as we speak now. Yet our government they do like say they feel nonchalant. They still they treat the case like with kid glove. And they see I'm like say it's not heavy. When will it be so heavy to declare state of emergency on security in Nigeria? When everybody don't buy finish. The other time now 25 children, school children, now 100. Yet the focus is let's make we jail Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Since where that man did that the way they prison, waiting they happen for Nigeria. What has been happening? Waiting they happen, still they happen. Yet we no one just use our head. Children they lose their life. Children they lose their freedom. You have the exact people that are doing this thing, but no one even tackle them, and it just they chase shadow. The one way concern and the one way no concern. The main thing they just make it be say they walk. You just chase anyone. School children 100, small children 100. Imagine waiting their parents they go through. Imagine waiting those children they go through as we speak. Mamma mia.
Well, I don't think it's a mere talk shop. You recall that everybody is concerned with the recent developments of this mass kidnapping, which had earlier stopped. We had random cases of kidnap, but with this mass kidnapping, it's becoming very worrisome, and I think that's why the Senate convened that summit. You recall that Senator Oshiomhole, only a few days ago, raised an alarm on the need and calling on the federal government to recruit more soldiers so that we'll have more boots on ground. So everybody is worried, and I expect that the Senate will come out with far-reaching decisions. It's not just sufficient to recruit soldiers or more men in the military. The most important thing is that we must approach this jointly, with the other foreign countries in collaboration, especially the United States of America, because of the alarm or because of the threat raised by the President of the United States. So everybody is worried, and I think they must come up with far-reaching decisions to tackle this issue of insecurity in our country.
Now, talking about, a resurgence of school kidnappings, what factors do you think is driving, this renewed wave, despite repeated promises, of tougher actions that we've heard in the past?
Yeah, I think so many reasons. One is that, you recall that immediately after the threat of taking out the terrorists by the United States government, President Donald Trump precisely, there seemed to be an upsurge or increase in the series of attacks. And the attackers, in their ignorance, think the attack will be directed against Nigeria and not themselves. So they are, in other words, calling for that attack on Nigeria. But I think with in collaboration with federal government, I think the attacks will be targeted, the bandits will be targeted and smoked out. Luckily enough for us, we have a high-powered delegation led by the NSA to the United States to discuss issues. So that's why I said, in our last program, I talk of diplomatic channels, of resolving these issues. Instead of invasion or attack on there should be collaboration between the federal government and the United States government to ensure that this war is won on our side.
Very good, Mr. Ejiofor. But how proactive are our current security laws, you think? And even enforcement seems to be an issue here. I'd like your thoughts on that.
I didn't get you.
I'm talking about our security laws. How proactive are they in addressing clear and present dangers? And enforcement itself seems to be an issue. I'd like your thoughts on it.
Well, enforcement is not an issue. What I think is the issue is diligent prosecution, proper investigation. You can see what's been going on, with this involvement of the State Security Service. Some arrests are being made, the people are being charged, and there's diligent prosecution. Some of them even pleaded guilty. That will show you the level of the involvement and abundant evidence placed before them. So some of them plead guilty. So I think it's not the issue of enforcement now. We'll look at the issue of arrests, the issue of diligent investigation and diligent prosecution. With that, I think enforcement will be easier.
Now to some breaking news. Before we start what's trending, we're just learning, with officials of Kebbi State government confirming a terrorist attack on Maga Comprehensive Girls Secondary School, where an unspecified number of female students have been abducted. So the chief press secretary to Kebbi State Governor Ahmed Idris confirmed the attack, while also saying that the details are still somewhat ambiguous as of now. But here's what we know. The state deputy governor, Umar Tafida, has led a team of government officials to the scene of the crime, while sources report that a staff of the school was killed and some even sustained different injuries as the terrorists got into the school and shot sporadically. So we'll definitely follow that story. Speaking of security or insecurity, let's head over to Katsina State now, where shocking new footage appears to show a number of armed bandits on motorcycles and bicycles storming the Kankia local government area of the state. So in this video posted on Saturday, a group of bandits ride into an open area as gunshots can literally be heard firing into the air as no security presence is there to counter them or protect residents. Let's take a look at the video, then discuss it. We're seeing that video as new photos were also released on social media as evidence of a peace deal struck between bandit groups and community stakeholders in that local government area, as well as two others. So in photos shared on Saturday on Dan Katsina's X page, his caption states that negotiations ended with a mutual commitment to stopping the attacks in the affected areas, which have brought some sense of hope for a more stable security environment, allegedly. But this peace deal has raised questions about what that peace deal might look like in neighboring local government areas, especially in Kano State. Interestingly, it's often believed that the de-escalation of violence in one area can have a ripple effect, pushing the violence instead onto another area in close proximity. And I'll come to you on this. I mean, that video, it's just the brazenness of the attack, how just, they're completely out in the open and no one's around to stop it.
So the stories we've taken this morning show clearly that we have a deep insecurity problem in Nigeria, and it's an inherited problem. It didn't start with this administration. The only challenge is that previous administrations have not been able to deal with it. Going back to the last story around how we even negotiate with bandits, that has been criticized heavily by in different quarters. If you're talking about, you say, well, we negotiated with, or we gave amnesty to people like Niger Delta militants and all that. These people had an ideology. There was a cause for their violence. What is the ideology of the bandits? That they are criminals? Very soon we'll be negotiating with kidnappers and thieves. We'll be asking them to come to a round table to let us talk as to how we can appease them so that they don't steal our look at the brazenness of their attack and the fact that they have no respect for security operatives. So it's either one, the security operatives at this point can be accused of being in collusion with them, whereby they are aware or they are compromised, because there's no way that we have security apparatus in Nigeria and this brazen show in broad daylight is happening. So it's either one, we begin to interrogate whether or not the security operatives have been compromised. The second part of it is that we are just unable to, we don't have capacity for this. And that's why some Nigerians are saying, let the US come. Because if we've not been able to deal with this problem for so long, then maybe we need external help from people who have capacity to help us. But at the crux of it is the fact that we need to deal with this incessant insecurity that's plaguing across all Nigeria. And I want to speak about the Kebbi girls. It is sad that despite all the campaigns that have happened, we've talked about other kidnappings that have happened in the past, and now when we're really talking insecurities on the front burner, it's almost a slap on the face of the government to see in the Northwest another case of kidnapping in a school. We've had the Safe School Initiative. What happened to that? We've had interventions following kidnappings. What happened to that? It means that the government is admitting through this incident that they are unable to tackle the situation. And that's one of the primary responsibilities of government, to ensure security of lives and property. Finally, on Christian genocide, I'll just say this one point, that with Dr. Essien going to Plateau State, I'd said it was a good move because we need to deal with this kinetically and non-kinetically, but it's also an admission that the government was too hasty in responding to the claims of Christian genocide without even an investigation first to speak to community leaders. So their reaction, first of all, knee-jerk was deny, say it's okay, then go back to say, okay, come together, let us talk to you and ask. Should that not have been done first before they went on to deny that it was happening in the first place?